FraudTax Audio, your number one podcast dedicated to the facts. We're sitting here with Hashland.
Hey.
What is up, man?
What's up, bro?
It's a long time coming for this one.
Right. I've been ready.
Right. You've been pretty busy lately with Party on Hashland Ave at the Kung Fu Necktie.
Right.
You got, what else? Talk about some of your other things. I have them written down here, but I want to hear you.
I mean, that's the one thing I'm most excited about because I like bringing like a different dynamic when I do a party, you know? I like to have people perform.
Right.
I like to have the DJs. I like it to feel like a real experience, you
Like
know?
a showcase type thing, like energy and vibe. You get interactive stuff. That's what's up, man. Like, you got the Monday Night Raw at the Saint as well.
Right,
That's
right.
always going up.
Exactly.
I've had many nights, Monday nights there, spending there having fun.
Yeah, like one thing people don't know is I've been going to the Saint on Mondays for 2 years in advance before I even one DJ and two did that night as a party. I used to go there for Mushu Mondays. Shout out to Mushu.
Wow.
He's fucking dope.
What's that, DJ?
Yeah, Mushu,
Okay.
he's been around for a little bit in the scene, like a lot of bit in the scene, honestly.
Okay.
He actually does a Monday party now at Kung Fu, so
Oh, wow. I didn't even know.
mean?
I didn't peep.
we low-key competing.
Okay. Okay.
I don't look at it like competition.
That's what's up.
I never do.
You definitely have the the love for like local performers and stuff like that on lock, because you have also on the Monday night sometimes you do like a freestyle thing.
Yeah, the cipher.
Oh, yeah,
the
I remember
cipher.
pulling up to one of those. That was cool.
Yeah.
People would just get in there and go off and stuff and have a good time.
I love that, John, because I just don't hear about ciphers going on anymore. You know what I mean? I look around the scene a lot.
Right.
Like, I spend more time than I ever should on my phone. I love it and hate it at the same time because I love being aware, you know?
Right, or just everything going on.
Exactly.
That's
but I just don't see anybody else doing ciphers. There's going to be more.
Right.
There's going to be a Friday night cipher.
Yeah, okay.
It might be
People
like
pull up
cliche
for
or
that.
whatever, but I used to do Freestyle Fridays.
Yeah.
It was like what we did in my friend's basement every weekend back in high school. So I want to bring it to a club somewhere. We're going to find out
That'd be what's up.
who picks it up.
Maybe you get like a winner or a prize or some shit like that.
Yeah, they get $50 for the Monday Night Raw joint, but that's a Monday night. You know what I mean? The budget's a little lower. So
You
Friday
don't-
night, you know.
You don't jump on the beat and just murder everybody in a freestyle. You don't get, you don't ever get hesitant to just be like, yo, actually, I won.
I'm going to tell you what, man. It's something that every creative knows about, and it's the zone. And when you snap into it, you're unstoppable.
Right.
But if you don't know how to snap into it,
Right.
it is the
You gonna flop.
gift and the curse. Yeah, right. Because I stepped in the cypher the 1 week at the Saint, and I snapped. And I thought I did trash, but everyone was like, yo, they fucking loved it. I did the cypher at this other place.
Right.
Bombed that joint. They did eliminations. I was the first elimination. I was like, how? And I probably had the most people in attendance that were like, oh, we ready to see you, bro. I was like, cool, I'm about to fucking blow it for y'all.
It was like, nah, little homie, you gotta.
Y'all not ready for me bombing this joint.
Damn. But that's dope. You're a rapper, producer, DJ. What else? Designer.
Also, I mean, I have like some Hashland merch that drops here and there. I'm gonna drop some more stuff really soon. My new favorite color is yellow right now, so I've been on
this latest drops album cover.
It's gonna be a lot of yellow. Yeah, with that new single, the new album cover that no one really knows about yet. It's definitely gonna have yellow on it. What's it called? But as far as like what else I do, I also like engineer and master. Like I do all the behind the scenes stuff. So I do the production behind all my tracks pretty much, unless someone else is on the name.
Right, collaborating obviously on that, on all the stuff, bro. Like what? So tell me about the advantages of being like, because I mean I'm just thinking spitballing, thinking like, yo, okay, so a producer, DJ, what advantages does that person have? Like, okay, I can make this, do this, and I can do that and this. But you're a rapper, producer, DJ, so it's like in elements that you need to improve on your DJ, you can call on producer, rapper skills, you know, knowledge of music, knowledge of bass, kind of reference material. When you're a rapper, you got like the mixing element. You can like, you know, you already know how to put stuff together. You already know how to produce your beats and stuff like that. So you have like an insight into your stuff. Like, tell me about how, I don't know, tell me about the advantages. Like, tell me some experience shit where you like figured out, I don't know, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%. I get
I'm
you,
going
man.
off
Like,
right now.
it's cool. You know, the thing is, when I was 4 years old, I was at somebody's wedding or some dance party or something. I was too young to figure out what the fuck I was at. But I snuck into the DJ booth, and I was flipping through all his like records and stuff like that. He was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I want to be a scratch DJ."
Okay.
So this man got on the mic and was like, "Give it up for Mike. He wants to be a scratch DJ." He did the most obnoxious noise I'll never forget. But I wanted to be a DJ for the longest time. I had a business class freshman year of high school, and he made us look up our dream jobs. So I looked up what a DJ entitled, and at that time, DJs making their own records, it just wasn't as a popular thing, at least not on the websites I was searching. So I was like, what do I want to do then? I want to be he said, you want to be a music producer? And I was like, shifted my whole path. So I started making music for 9 years now, almost 10 years.
Okay. So you started back in high school.
Yeah, senior year of high school. And then DJing, I just started like 2.5 years ago or so.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, adding that into my like arsenal of things I can do was the greatest decision I ever made, because when it comes, I went back to making beats. For the first time ever, I can make beats closer to the way I hear them.
Yeah.
Which anybody who makes beats or whatever, they'll tell you that's the hardest thing to hear a beat and then make it just like it.
Definitely.
It almost never happens, bro. You gotta know every key and note and musical theory fucking tab in the book
to be able to replicate that stuff.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, yo. Being able to just replicate stuff like off the top. I mean, and then being able to put that music with other music definitely probably helps propel your DJing skills, like mixing skills. Like,
I definitely feel like hearing all the different type of songs and mixing them together helped me figure out how to mix sounds together in my beats and like my drums and like just make everything like hit better. And then when you hear everybody else's stuff so much, you can like differentiate your shit. If I said that right, you know what I mean? Like, it helps you take yours somewhere else. Because I've heard so many people's stuff. I'm like, now I know what I can do. Now I know what not to do. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
So coming from like a, what was I about to say? Coming from like a producer standpoint, going into like making your own. Like, what did you do first? Did you start making beats first, or were you rapping?
I instantly started rapping.
So that was like the first pursuit. With the music.
At the same time of DJing, I also like remember my first freestyle as far back as like 4 years old. I don't even know if I really tell anybody this. This is the FraudTax exclusive. Right. This is the exclusive shit right here, man. But yeah, I remember I was in a freestyle battle in like 8th grade. I was fat as shit, and I rapped against this dude who was
you a big kid.
Yeah, big bull, and I was rapping against somebody who was popping in the neighborhood. So I really had like no shot in like hindsight. He was way older too. He's like 5 years older than me, and like there's no doubt about it. He fucking killed it.
Yeah.
But I held my own, which was like cool.
Rap.
You know what I mean? Like people like came up to me afterwards and was like, "That was fucking close." Like I didn't know you could even rap like that, fat ass. Like what the hell? You know what I mean? Like. It was the most love and hate I got in one night. But what really started me rapping, I wrote my first song from this shit. We had this app called INT Pain. Okay. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
No.
It was really big at one time. It let you sing T-Pain songs like karaoke, but with auto-tune on your voice. And then you could put your own beats in. You could put like any other beats you got off the internet and put whatever auto-tune setting you want on it. And we would start uploading like other people's beats. That's where Freestyle Fridays came from. We used to go in my friend's garage because it was like the other room in his basement. Record a diss track on the other person because like who knows more dirt than your best friends about you? You know what I mean? They know everything. Yeah. So we would record a diss track and come out and play it in the room and be like, oh shit, like you gotta go diss back right now. That's why every time a rapper drop a diss song, we're all like texting each other, bro, you hear this shit?
That's what's up.
Yeah, that was cool. That I ended up like one night being in my house by myself, and I downloaded the "Miss Me" beat, Drake song with Lil Wayne, and I just wrote like to the whole fucking Drake verse. I was like just going in, and my boy at the time, Ozzy, he would rap too sometimes, but very rarely. I played it for him, and he was like, "Yo, I should rap on Lil Wayne's part." I was like, "Yeah, you got to." And for like the first 3 years of my music career, I wasn't even Hashland. I used to make music with him like all the time.
What was your first name?
The first name I went by was One Mike. The real first name I went by was Mike, just M-I-C, but he didn't live long. Did like one show in New York and then he passed away. One Mike became a thing. I had like an artist development coach one time and he told me, he's like, Mike, that's your name really? And I was like, well, like I thought about One Mike. He was like the Nas song, that's hot. So we did One Mike for a little bit. Then there was another One Mike like within a 30-mile radius in like North Jersey or something like that. So I was like, damn,
I can't do this one.
Yeah, I gotta do something else. So one time in my career as One Mike, I made this song called We Get High. And literally, I thought I said it a lot of times. I went back and listened to it. I say it one time in the song. I'm like, straight out of Hashland.
Yeah.
And I think I said like I got a Hashland native with me or something like that. And I was like, Hashland.
Ooh, that sounds
Right.
Stick.
That's cool.
Okay.
So I remember having this like near-death experience, man. Long story short, I went to a bikini contest at a bar up the street from where we lived from at the time. And I just fucking took too many shots, ripped the bong too many times, like too fast. I don't know what the fuck I did. Must have sent my heart into some kind of crazy rush. And I remember asking my friends, like, yo, I need water. And they were like, well, I said, I'm fading out. I need water. And they said, what is this, like some rapper shit? You're fading out? Like, what the fuck? So they didn't believe me. I went in the bathroom. My face turned green. I lost my hearing in my left ear as like a ringing sound. And I felt like pain in my arm. I was like, I think I'm having a heart attack. So I went out. I don't know. Like, we don't know. Like, I basically went out in the other room. I passed out from like standing up to fully just falling backward and smashing my head on the ground. Yeah, just imagine like from full like 5'9", I'm not that tall, but I'm tall. You know what I mean? 6 feet off the ground, bro. And then you hitting the ground. That's a nice hit.
Damn,
so I was knocked out. I couldn't get out of the chair for like 30 minutes. But I remember just waking up and like I went outside with my friend and we were sitting out front eventually when I could get up. And I just told him, I was like, I'm gonna be Hashland.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm done rapping on other people's beats. I'm done doing
all
any of
this.
that. I said, like, I made some beats then, but I was like, yeah, Hashland's coming, everything from scratch. It's Hashland. I'm like this organic
Did you like
thing.
You like were born like Phoenix from an Ashes kind of thing?
Yeah.
Situation.
Yeah.
That's crazy, yo. That's what's up. That's a good name. That's a good reason. That's a good reason why to keep a name. Like your first thought out of some shit was just like, all right, clarity, Hashland.
Yeah. I dropped one more mixtape as One Mic, and as soon as the new year hit, I like just wiped everything that like I had like social media or whatever, and I was like, now I'm Hashland. This is who I am.
That's what's up, yo. Where are you from, man?
I'm from South Jersey.
Okay.
That's a neighborhood named Ashland, without the H.
Another one.
Yeah, anybody who knows, they take like the train, the Paco line. Ashland's like one of the like last stops.
Okay.
It's right before the last stop, which is Lindenwold.
That's what's up, yo.
Yeah.
South Jersey, born and raised, or were you know? Tell me what it was like growing up over there.
Like I was born over there. It was about a lot of back and forth between like the city and home, because everything cool to do is in the city. You know what I mean? Like where I'm from at home is nothing.
Yeah.
But
gotta make the trek to the city.
Yeah, but when I came out to the city back then, man, like I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. I used to get off the train at 16th and Locust, and I feel like I was in a maze. I feel like Pac-Man in the city. Like I don't know where the fuck I'm at. I just know I'm trying not to find a cop. They were the ghosts. You know what I mean? And like we trying to do some fun shit.
Right.
But South Jersey is pretty cool. Maybe when I'm like really old and need peace and quiet, I'll move back there. Yeah, we'll go back one day. I'll go down the shore.
When did you start? So when you first touched down in Philly, like how long ago was that? Like when you started like staying here?
Like 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
Yeah, I had like a very bad like falling out in Jersey, and it was just like, there's nothing else I can do here because I'm like in a super depressed state being here right now.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah, exactly.
Time to go.
So I called my cousin, and he was just like, bro, I got someone for you. And he put me in contact with our good friend who lived in Fishtown. His name is Adam. You know, shout out to him.
Shout out, Adam.
Yeah. Probably the first time I looked at the camera the whole time we were here. But yeah, yo, he literally like saved my life basically, and got me a room in Fishtown, like the heart of Fishtown. That's how I ended up at the Saint all the time, because I lived like a block or two away. Like, yeah, that was it, man. My life was so much better from that moment on. And literally, like, the name Hashland just, like, was not accepted where I was around all, like, no offense to anybody, but, like, real old people, just, like, they don't really get it, you know? They live a totally different life, like a business life. And here I am looking the way I am right now. Like, I'm Hashland.
Right.
They're like, dude, no. You know what I mean? So I had
Get
to,
out of here.
yeah, I had to go find where I was accepted,
Where you're going to
you know?
be accepted and received, right?
Never felt more accepted in my life than living in Philly, man. Like, everybody out here is cool and just different. Like,
do you think that like living in like not, I wouldn't say rural, but like not in a major city where you have that influence? Like, cause I see you have a catalog of music, man. Look at your Spotify, you have like a lot of stuff. You know, do you think living in those areas where like being your natural creative self wasn't necessarily accepted with that oppression, do you think that kind of helped mold you as an artist? So when you could come to the city, you feel like, you know, like you can spread your feet and like do your wing. I mean, spread your wings. What did I say?
Yeah, spread your feet, spread the wings. My thing is, you can tell like I have that bigger catalog of music because I was somewhere where not a lot of shit was going on. So I had more time to focus and like zone out. Yeah, like out here it's just everything going on every day. I wake up, I'm like, damn, I already got to be out the house like right now.
Because I'm already late, you know?
Bro, like I'm telling you, when I tell you like I've literally quit my job multiple times. I've broken up with any possible girlfriend I could have had. I fucking like eliminated all other factors in life.
Right.
Yeah. Like I was in the hospital and then in my house for like 2 months, couldn't even get out of the house.
That,
The point is though, like I eliminated all that shit. I still couldn't find time to make music. I like keep up with myself aside from like trying to run parties and just trying to
doing it all.
Yeah. I'm like, damn man, like this shit is hard. Right now I finally like have made some time out here in the city. And like you gotta like conquer that too, you know? It's something coming from Jersey you're not ready for yet.
Right. So back to the you mentioned like being in an accident and being like, you know, down for a couple of months. Tell me about that. Like what is it like going into a situation, like I don't know the full details and you can get into it, but like the question, like what is it like going into a situation where you're like completely cut off from what you knew was reality yesterday? You know what I mean? And then being able to have that mentality to still go through the therapy and stuff like that and bouncing back and still coming stronger. Tell me about like the whole process of that, man, because a lot of people are like go through situations, be it mental, physical accidents, or just like anything where they feel like they can't get back and go 2 times harder than they were before or something they went through. Talk about like the situation and the struggle and like bouncing back. Sorry, that was an 8-part question.
Nah, bro. I was just thinking about the way you said it. I was like, damn, you made a lot of good points. First off, do you want to hit this?
Of course.
No, I didn't even offer the first half of a dickhead.
Fine.
But to be honest, man, that is still the hardest thing I've ever faced in my life, man. This is like, if you ask like any of my friends that have known me for like as long as I can remember, they will tell you that I've been up and down a lot. Like, it always seems like life goes like really fucking good. Like this is the fucking ride of my life. And then it's just like, boom, you're done for a while. Like right before I moved to Philly, I had something like that. All these times, man. And this time was just like that. I had thrown like the best party I'd ever thrown. It was called Summer's Never Over.
Okay.
We had just like a crazy lineup. Yeah, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. We had this dude, Jordan Carter from Atlanta. We had Sean We Trust.
Okay.
This dude, Harvey Cash. Yeah, shout out all these people. They're fucking super dope. I brought this dude, Jornell Pierre, out. Like, all these people. Me and Muddy DJ'd the show. We had this boy Shaq hosting it.
Okay.
Shit, man. We went down. It was the same night. It was a 7-hour party. We were on the rooftop rap show.
Shit.
And then the after party was downstairs in the secluded off room at Golf and Social. Shout out to that place. And it was me, Astro, Tay Banga, DJ, and Leon. Like, all like, at that time, they were like my closest friends. Like, I used to hang out with all of them a lot. And Mud DJ down there. And, what's it called? The next day, I DJ'd a Made in America after party.
Oh, nice.
And then that Monday night, it was me and Astro. And I was going to go back to my friend's house, but I was like, nah, like, I got to go home. Like, I just need to, like, collect my mind after this weekend. Yeah, I wasn't even drunk or nothing. And then I was just driving home, and eventually down the road, because I was driving all the way back to in Jersey, for that, like, month, I had moved back home for a little bit just to get my mind right.
Right.
And
Distance is good.
Yeah, until it's too long of a drive.
Yeah.
The car gets out. Yeah, my tire popped, swerved out of control, hit the pole. Ended up in the middle of the highway.
Mm-hmm.
I stepped out like the Man of Steel. I was like, all right. I looked around my car. I was like, it's fucked. I was like, for a couple of seconds, I like held my head. I was like, this is terrible. Like I like felt. Like I said,
right.
I was up here
and then
it just shot down here. And then I was like, let me like get my phone because my car was smoking. Like it looked like some GTA shit.
Yeah.
Like my car about to blow up. I was like, let me get my shit.
Yeah.
My laptop, my phone, like everything in there. And then while I was climbing in my car, my leg was sticking out. Truck came and just smashed that motherfucker to shreds.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Shot me out the car on the side of the road. Literally at that moment, man, I gotta tell you, like I remember the whole night and shit, but that second hit, I really don't remember like at all. I remember just being like this, like, oh, let me get my phone, and then like all of a sudden, just like blink.
Damn.
I tried to get up because I was just seeing in the sky, and my leg was just like just doing like spaghetti and meatballs. So that was it, bro. Once your leg's spaghetti and meatballs. You know what I mean? That's it. You might as well just be 8 on the side of the road. So I was pretty lucky, man. I mean,
but you're fucking walking right now.
Yeah.
You fucking jumping around on stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So we there. Yeah. You know what I mean? We getting back to a point.
That shit hurt, but
it does. Right now it hurts a lot. I'm not even really gonna be who I was before it again for another potentially a year.
Okay. Like recovery, just for doing recovery and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like they say it's a full year recovery. So on Labor Day, technically I would be 100% again, but
okay.
I've watched a bunch of different like videos of people through the same experience or like not the same, but like similar injuries. Yeah. And some of them take a while, man. This one boy, he wasn't running again for like a year and a half. So not running like the way I'm about to be running, you know what I mean? I ran like the 10K Broad Street run or whatever it's called.
Okay.
So
wait, before the accident?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before the accident.
So
Yeah. If I ran for you right now, we'd all be cracking up, man. It's not it's not how I get the girls right now.
All you gotta do is finish, bro.
My run is not what wins it over right now.
Right. But I mean, bouncing back from that shit, man, like I saw you like in the hospital. Like I was doing research for like the interview, and I saw you like in the hospital. You got your boys around you and shit like that. Like, you know, talk about like the support and shit from like the homies and all the things going through shit like that. Like, is it important to have that base? Like,
I just feel like you get to truly find out who like the real good friends are at that time, you know? Because like people that you know what I mean, you think are like this good, they don't even come. It's not like I take it personal or nothing like that, but like people come and like chill by the hospital with you. I gotta tell you, man, you gotta think about it from outside real fast. Nobody wants to go to the hospital. I mean, maybe people that work there and they want to save lives or whatever, that's good. But nobody, you're not going there for a good reason. You know what I mean? So I can't even go to the hospital, man. I've had people that are in the hospital, I'm like, damn, like, I really can't go because this shit gives me like the chills and shit. I've ended up going and seeing them. And then you're just seeing everything going on and shit like that. So, like, if they came out to see me, I can't tell you how many people that only knew me as Hashland came out and was like, yo, what's your real name? They don't know who Hashland is at the front desk. Sorry. They're still asking us.
They're still asking.
You know what I mean?
What is your name, bro?
My real name?
Yeah, what is your name? Do you want to put the government out there?
Well, I'll just tell you my first name
if
is...
If you're watching this right now, you get them.
Right. My first name is Michael. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'll let them figure out what else is there. Michael Hashland. That's my name on Facebook, if anybody ever wants to find me on there. I don't ever like hide anything on there either. Some people are like, oh, I can't post this on Facebook. It's too professional. It's like, nah, man. It's like the internet is, you're done no matter what. You know what I mean? And people on Facebook, on Instagram, you're done.
Right. It's a connection. It's a trifecta.
Right.
You can't escape it either.
You know why? Because they change their name on Instagram and it's like your Facebook friend, Young Gunna, on Instagram. It's like, oh, damn. I didn't know I knew Gunna. Like, holy shit. Yo.
Shit.
I don't even remember what we were talking about, man. I'm sorry.
We were talking about you recovering from the accident and shit, but we can move on. I really want to ask you about Pink Satano. What is that? I see so much movement going on from this, like, you know, group of people or this place and shit like that. Like, y'all have party after party. Like, last year, I don't know, and maybe this may be my ignorance, but I don't know if y'all were operating last year, but, like, it seemed like out of nowhere, I start, messing with some different people in this like whole like venue type place. We're just making moves in the corner. So tell me about it. What is Pinksatano? And is it a drink? Is it a wine?
Pinksatano.
Because that's the first thing I thought.
That's home, man. Right now, for me especially, that is the only home I have out here in Philly. So I literally just go there every day. Like, all right, it's either this or like my little bedroom with a bed in it at my parents' crib. That's pretty much all you're doing in there is you're looking at the bed or you're laying in it.
Right.
Not much room to do anything else. But yeah, man, Pinksatano is home base. I mean, to be completely honest with you, as far as the last year history goes, I know it's been operating for almost like 2 years?
2 years?
2 years.
Word.
So
That's what's up.
So I know that like last year, I don't really know
that's
what
just my
happened.
ignorance. I wasn't around.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know what
cool.
happened last year. I'll tell you what, this year though, Pinksatano is the motherfucking place to be. Because first off, the quality in there is better than 10, 12 different other studios that I've been to, paid for studio time. I mean, those studio time quality, like their studios were good quality and stuff, but I didn't end up getting what I wanted out of it. You know what I mean? I'm getting everything I ever wanted out of this place.
Right.
So
Like a personalized,
Yeah.
attention to music and stuff like that.
yeah, shout out to Tyler guy in the back and Muddy sleeping. You know what I mean? We in the building. We're gonna rejuvenate him for the next interview, but
I got a question for Tyler God. He wanted to know, what do you enjoy more, DJing or recording?
damn, definitely. I definitely like making music more, cause I'm still chasing after like the sound I'm trying to create. Like, this is the closest I've ever got. This is, like, it right here. Like, this next album I'm working on. That's why it's taking me so long to write to it. Because when I make the beats, I fall in love with them. And then, like, nothing I can write is, like, good enough for the beat. You know what I mean? Like, I write, like, so many versions of songs this time around. But I like recording more, man. My original, like, diabolical scheme when I started DJing was to play my music. Just because I didn't want to be in the DJ's ear. Like, yo, like, can you play my track? You're right. I never wanted to be that. And I was like, how else am I going to get my shit out there? Like, literally, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'll DJ. And yeah, exactly. I'm going to play.
That's definitely, like, smart.
Right. I'm going to play all these bangers. They're going to be like, damn, he plays the heat. And then when my shit comes on in there, they're going to be like, oh, this must be the heat. And it is, you know what I mean?
And the more your music progresses, it's just gonna sound like more and more appropriate. Like you always have like, I always hear like the like I do when you hear like local music, it's like got a certain like twang on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you play like a super produced song, like a top 40 song like that, and you got like a song that's usually on SoundCloud or something like that, you can hear the difference. But when you're partying and shit, it really don't change nothing. You know what I mean? And like it leaves a lot of good way for like I remember interviewing DJ Sonny, he was talking about. I'm like I love like dropping my homies tracks like when I'm DJing. You know what I mean? Just like being able to do that, like that power of being a DJ. Definitely appreciate it because you got the ability to kind of teach people like about the surroundings, about the local artists and stuff like that, like the homies and shit. Like that's a good thing. I got a question for you. What do you think the duty of a DJ is? Like, what do you when you go up there and get behind the decks and stuff like that, and you're in front of the crowds and you charge entertainment? What is your job?
I'll tell you what I look to do like every time I DJ. One, I feel like I gotta play something that they've been waiting all week to hear. You know what I mean? Like, what were they driving home to? And they were like, man, like, I want to hear this in the club. You know what I mean? And then they play at the club. Or they weren't even ready and I play it. And they're like, oh, shit. I want to play a song from their favorite album that I know they love, but it ain't, like, worldwide. You know what I mean? So everybody in the club can sing this song that they thought nobody else knew, and they all know it. You know what I mean? It'd be shit like that that makes people remember the night. Like, you got to give them at least one stunt that you do or something. I call it a stunt. I call it a fatality, like in Mortal Kombat, You got to hit him with one of them in the night.
Person that's like, yo.
Right. one trick that they're like, wow, he just did that. And they could talk about that shit for like a week, you know? I still be talking about shit I heard like last year, you know what I mean? Like, I'll never forget that one time.
Oh, yeah.
But
I had a
that,
question from Muddy Taylor. And you mentioned this before about Summer's Never Over. He asked when you bringing that back, if that's making a comeback. Tell me about that. Was that like a party?
it's like a lifestyle, you know? Like, it was the name of the song. It was going to be a name of an album, but it was just the song, the intro. And it's just my idea that, like, you know, life's one big, like, vacation. Like, it's what you make it. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want. Like, there is a lot of, like, guidelines that you're taught growing up and all that, but people need to know, like, summer could never be over, you know? We could be out here partying and enjoying life every night, doing whatever it is that you like to do. You know what I mean? You could do it. It just takes a lot of shit to do it, but you know what I mean? Like, that's how we're living. So, I don't know. It was like, that was my thought in my head. And I just thought naming that party would be cool because it was like the end of summer. So I wanted to remind them, you know what I mean, before fall hit.
Right.
We're still going to go this hard, you know?
Live like,
Yeah.
With this energy, you just got to keep it
Yeah.
throughout the seasons. That's something people definitely have a problem with, like seasonal affective disorder. Like, they like go into hibernation in the wintertime and like not being able to hold on to their dreams and pursuits and motivations and shit. But like, yeah, and being there to fucking like having something that's like, nah, bro, like have like a nah, bro, it's still going all the time.
I wanted to drop a lot of music in the winter to keep it warm in like my mind. You know what I mean? Like keep the airways warm and shit. But I just didn't. I just didn't have it ready yet. Yeah, now I have something coming out. Now I have this thing called Soul Food Sundays. That's my new. Every Sunday I'm gonna drop a new track. I might drop more like some visuals with them or something. I'm always a go with the flow kind of guy, but I know right now that I have enough music and shit planned out like every week for people. Like it's gonna be a little something for everybody. Yeah.
What is there people that like that are taking up arts like you, being a producer, maybe being a DJ, thinking about getting into rap, maybe being a rapper, thinking about maybe actually transition to DJing so I can throw my songs in the club, or maybe I should start learning how to produce so I can make my tracks sound better when I'm mixing. You know what I mean? Do you have any advice or any kind of like words of motivation for people like that? Younger people, maybe, older people too, like trying to get in the game right now.
You gotta just do it. No matter what things tell you, people tell you, whatever, if you have an idea or you have something that you feel like, I gotta do this, like, you gotta do it. Because you never know, you know what I mean? You gotta do the fuck out of it. You gotta do the fuck. It is now, your life is that. If you want it, then this is what your life is. You gotta do the fuck out of it. You gotta just say fuck everything else. Like, I feel like, and it's like kind of fucked up because besides music, I just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is about it. Like,
About music.
Yeah, just trying to do this shit. Like, everything else in my life, like, I've, like, held on to really closely, and, like, I've made it, like, my world or whatever. Eventually, since music wasn't my world, that stuff just, it just, like, fades away from where I'm at in my head, and I'm just like, damn, I have to get back in touch with this. So, you know what I mean? That's how I just know, like, whatever I get out of it, I know I'm meant to do this shit. Right. So I'm going to keep doing it.
Keep doing it like a fucking factory.
Yeah. The only people that fail are the people that stop doing it. That's it. That's the only reason. You know what I mean?
I got one last question for you from Rebel Foster. He asked a question, but it's kind of like the question I asked before. So I made a little addendum to the question. I don't know if that's the right word. Addendum. I changed the question a little bit. But it's just like, what... being a rapper, appreciating different things when you DJ, is there anything that you like kind of lose respect for when you start DJing? Like so in the club, for example, in the club you play a lot of like kind of just like going off pop rap type shit, because you got to, people, I mean, whether it's preference or not, but and then the same night going home into the booth trying to put down some tracks, like. And then you being real tactical and lyrical and trying to make sure that you practice your prowess and shit like that. Like, is there like do you lose respect for certain things in the translation, or do you find like it helps you understand different things about music and give you like another appreciation about music being a rapper, like being involved in the process? Like, what do you think?
think that when I was younger, I had a stepdad. I still have him. I didn't mean to say I had, but he told me he was a real like stern guy. Like we had a hard time like getting along at first. I didn't even really like the whole step parent thing, but you know I realized these people are amazing, and like he said something to me. He was like, "You got to learn to appreciate all music." He was more talking about like the different type of rock and roll he was listening to, but that was the one thing I listened to him and I was like, "Damn, like this shit is good. Like why did I not like it before?" I started listening to everything at that moment, and it's like just the same way, bro. People are just expressing themselves, and everybody does it a different way. I looked at it from every side. I was like, oh, man, like, this shit is garbage. And then I realized that over the years, like, as I look around, like, no matter what style it is, everything new, people have them say, oh, this is garbage. And then they can't stop singing it. And then eventually they're like, wow, like, this is good. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. There's obviously tracks that come out that are like, all right, this is ridiculous. You know what I mean? The internet has given so many things so much power. But, like, at the end of the day, like, there is a lot of new shit that comes out that people are instantly just like, this is trash. And they just can't think like that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Do you think that, like, a lot of, with the things like SoundCloud and, like, the accessibility to music, there's, like, I feel like, I remember at one point, I was probably, like, college area. I was like, man, there's so many artists out here, I can't keep track of all of them. Like, the SoundCloud, Spotify, like, these people, everyone's putting out an album, now I gotta go listen to all of them. But then it was just like, you get to, like, you create so many different genres when you have, like, people able to put whatever they want on the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you find that, like, it's about just being open to different music? Or is it about, like, what do you think that's about? Like,
I feel like
people are the negative, like not towards hearing new stuff. Like when Blueface, sorry to cut you off, but I'm trying to clarify a little bit.
Yeah.
When Blueface came out, there's people that just be like, man, fuck this dude. Like,
yeah.
Like,
People are still like that.
People are still like that, you know. But then we already know because of the, you know, we've seen it before. Everyone's gonna be singing the song like probably like a couple months from now, you know.
Yeah.
What do you think is that makes people just hesitant to accept new music or new?
It's just like the new effect, yo. Everything new has the new effect on it, where you've never been here before, so you don't know how you feel about it yet. So people don't realize that they just gotta spend time with shit. You know what I mean? That's how you figure it out. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, it doesn't matter what song it is. If I make a memory with it or something that has some kind of moment to it, when it comes on, you're just gonna be like, oh damn, leave this joint on. Right, you know? And then you're gonna start talking like, oh, over the whole song. Oh man, it ain't bad. You know what I mean? That's how that go.
You like country music, this shit, my shit.
Right. I just feel like no matter what, my music, when I look back from the first song I made to now, when I produce the beat, it's always just sounded like me. Like, you know what I mean? Every time I've used someone else's or like I rapped over like a remix like that, it's cool, but you know, no matter what, like even my beats, like they always sounded like a different form. Like kind of like now they still sound like, have a little like a trap element to them. They have like a live instrument element to them. They've always had this. Yeah, they've always had it from back in the day. But I just never knew how to make 808 sound so good. It sound kind of garbage. Yeah. Just making sure and shit sound good. So I like it all, man. I love it all.
Oh, yeah.
That's why when I DJ, I play freaky shit. I call it freaky. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be like something that talking about sex or something like that. Yeah. It's just if they play something different, I'm like, oh, some freaky shit. I'm
all the way in the bag and grab something different.
I always be in the cut, just like, ooh, we getting freaky. Like, can't even hear me in the club. I'm just mouthing it. You know what I mean?
Bitch, I'm a cow.
Hey, getting freaky on him. Hold up. Yeah.
Yo, man, thanks for coming on. It's been real.
Thank you.
You know?
Thank you.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
It is dope.
Where can we find your, like, obviously, you know, where can we find your music online, like Spotify, everything?
If you type Hashland anywhere, it'll come up. It's just on Spotify, on Apple Music, on Instagram. Pretty sure you can find me government name style just from Hashland on Facebook. Yeah. Anywhere. Pretty sure my Snapchat's Hashland. Right. It might be Hashland Ave on some things. That's like my business. Right. My business. But that's it. All right. Hashland Ave is everywhere. Hashland.
Go check that out. Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Hashland. Boom. FraudTax Audio.
FraudTax.